Yeah. It's all connected. It's all connected. Look, you might think that I'm a weird ass dude who just starts ranting and shitting on his supposed folks randomly. I'm about to be fixing a CV joint axle on this Jeep, right? The driver's side CV axle. It's like a U joint, the modern U joint on the axle. Anyhow, once upon a time, I was looking to go to a certain show in a certain place around the globe. Actually, musical intervention. It was Adam Christopherson's 40th birthday, I believe. It was Musical Intervention's 8th anniversary. I wanted to bring my friend, a singer, great girl, maybe one of the most people that I've loved the most in my life. In fact, great voice, great personality. Would make an awesome actress in a movie for sure. So I'm very excited to give her a role one day. Actually, in fact. But on other point is, I was looking to bring her to this show. I wanted to show her this show. I figured like it would inspire her in a different way because it inspired me so much. Musical intervention, and it's and just I don't know, just see what's up, see if we were still compatible because we were, we split, we kind of started going different paths. Well, she started going independently and on a path in life. I did not. I was just kind of spinning in circles, thinking that my folks had my best interest. They didn't. They were just, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I don't know what's going on. So anyhow, the point is, it all comes down to this fucking CV axle joint bullshit, right? My whole life, I was told that my supposed father is an amazing mechanic. He's the greatest mechanic ever. He fixes anything and everything. No. Nah. He's a mediocre-ass person, okay? Mediocre as fuck. In fact, he only does stuff to look good. He will do stuff just so that way people would say, oh, look what he did, Like, unless he has to do it for survival, he's gonna do it just because, like if somebody, like, I don't know, some weird dilemma, like he wouldn't go 5 minutes, literally, out of the way to go get important documents and tools from a car that I had to pick up stuff from. He wouldn't do that, but instead, I volunteered to, like, drive 2 hours to go and get me from some other place and then not have a way to get me back there. Like just almost all because, like, he wanted to look good in front of his wife and the sister, and my sister, my supposed sister, Well, she's still my sister in some way, we grew up in the same bullshit. So, but the point is, look, here we are again. A new day, a different future day. Same vehicle, same axle that we installed that time, right? So because there was a point I'm like, yo, I need to install this axle. The show is on Wednesday, Thursday. I got to get out. He's like, I don't want to help you. Then Tuesday night, he goes, let's do it right now. We started, I'm like, wait, no, I was going to do it at, like, the American High. I was going to do it at the school where it's warm. The dude's like, no, we're going to do it, like, right here in my driveway, the cold-ass, fucking wintry-ass driveway. It got stuck. We couldn't get the axle out for, like, a whole day. It was fucking stupid as fuck. So I missed the thing. I was like, fuck, I was going to tell him, take me to the airport. I got to go to the fucking show, you fucking stupid idiots. He's like, it's a festival. You're going to go and get fucked up with the festival. It's a sober fucking retreat. It's like it's an outreach program. Like, imagine how stupid he is. Like, when he realizes, this fucking Nikolai-ass, dumbass fucker, realizes what musical intervention is, he will piss blood. He'll literally start pissing blood and wonder what the fuck's wrong with his kidneys or some shit. Kidneys. Gotta wash your kids' knees. They're dirty. He fell in the mud. So, but the interesting thing is, that as I go to fix this axle, right? So as I choose to be like, yo, okay, I'm gonna fix this axle, right? I realize that, the crazy thing is that now, right? So now I'll be fixing it a second time, right? So, or not so much second time. It's just like I'll be fixing it this time around, right? And why it's so interesting is that, when so I had the symptoms in my car were like, it was crunchy, right? So it was crunchy when I, like, turned. It was like the same symptoms I have now. It was like, so you turn, it gets crunchy. You drive, so that was it. It was just crunchy, right? So without, like, my go-to, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm the best mechanic in the world, okay? I'm a logical person, not illogical. I am a logical human person, right? Like, for example, what is the first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably, like, spray my, like, bolts and stuff, make sure everything's nice and good, so that, try to lessen any potential damage on breaking one of these, like, lug nut things. So once everything's off, also I remember now that some of my bolts are, like, different sizes, so I don't want to strip anything. Already like, oh shit, gotta take it slow, Once I start getting stuff off. Once you lift up, so look, if you have sounds underneath your car, first thing you do is you lift up the car, right? Once you lift up the car underneath, you're gonna be able to, like, you have to wiggle stuff around to see what is loose, what is making the noise, what is cracking, right? Because ultimately, how are you just gonna guess? You can't just guess. You might think it's a bearing, but it might be, which side is it, So the dude assumes that it's the CV axle joint. It wasn't, because the sound remained, the vibration remained, Nothing was fixed. He ruined my appointment going to this event with this person. Um, Acted like he was helping me to fix something, broke basically part of the car for no reason, wasted my money getting a part, and then still but the smart thing would have been lift up the car, right, and wiggle shit, see what's broken, so you know what to replace. That's the number one logical thing that a person could do. That's just, it's like, how do you know what to buy? How do you know what to fix if you do, like, what, are you just gonna buy random parts, really? Like, and that's called a bzik in Russian language, called a bzik, which is like a mental disorder, where a person let's say, like, because think about it, how rich are you that as soon as your car makes a sound, you're gonna go fix stuff? Right? Like, I mean, it's telling you that you gotta check some stuff out, right? That, okay, fine, there's something that needs to be checked out, okay. But like, by the time, like, how many cars in the world make all sorts of noises, right? But how long do they drive for? You know, like, before actually something like breaks off. So the point is not to go until it breaks off, or is it, right? Go till the wheel falls off, kind of thing, right? And that's the thing. What is fear? What is fear? And who's feeding us the fear? Because if it's maybe like Olga's kitchen or some kitchen, let's say, whatever the conglomerate thing is, like, start making your own meals, you know, like start realizing where's the fear coming from. Because I was fed that shit from like day one, you know, and then you know, I mean, maybe if it was vegan, I would have acted differently, you know, if it was different thoughts in there. But even through that, I love, like, when people show me that they love to cook, like I'll take like the Olga, the because she's also like a victim in the whole thing. I can't take her that serious because she's a defeated, her role is a defeated person in that relationship. You know, so it's like when you lift up the kind of misogyny mind person, it doesn't look good. So, you know, I'd rather like try to get her to wake up through this, you know. So, and then I'd love to take her seriously. So, but yeah, it's just tricky that that so many steps have to be taken to be able to realize what is what, you know, and to think like and then okay, so and then it brings me to the Bronco. Like, what was the Bronco? What, not just the fact that we loaned it to Plain Clothes, the movie. It's about people falling in love with the person they're arresting. So like the policemen, they're like, it's like a gay movie. They fall in love with the person they're arresting. So it should be in select theaters already. I mean, it was in theaters like in February. It's like just like kind of like limited theaters, but it's probably out now, more cycling, maybe go to streaming services. But yeah, I loaned my Bronco to that movie, and then I'm thinking, like, you know, okay, cool, because like Nikolai, you know, he helped me kind of well, in fact, I mean, I didn't, when I was looking for a car, I was going to get a Tesla. I was going to get the new Tesla truck. But then he's like, no, it's stupid. And, cause I was going to do the reservation for it. But instead I ended up getting, I found this Bronco, and it was, it had like, because I was on drug court at the time, I couldn't leave the county. So basically I had to like, what do you call it? I had to just kind of order it through UPS, FedEx, you know, so it got delivered to me. Cool. I was very excited. And, but there was a lot wrong with it. So we had to plasma cut the axle. I mean, there's so much stuff wrong with it, but now it needs a transmission because I've fixed it all up. It's all cool. So, you know, put a bunch of like energy, effort, dough, and time and money into it. So, but the point about the Bronco is that it just reminds me, like, so there's a recliner in the back, and I'm just thinking, like, this recliner is from like an old van that Nikolai had. And, why keep it so much, you know? Is that recliner like the remnants of maybe the only love that he's ever had? Is it the only time he slept calmly? Or maybe the only time he was independent, when he got to live in a van, you know, like in New York City, you know, like after living, you know, kind of scattered all over the place and living like riding bikes. And I think it's interesting too, is peace of mind and loving the self and being able to, like, what is New York City? New York City is just, if you know what you want to do, New York City is the place for you. Because sure, it's a little bit more pricey, but like, look, for example, this car the Jeep, right? I tried to find tires for this Jeep when I needed to. Now the tires are bald as fuck. So okay, like, see, this tire's okay, right? Yeah. This one's getting bald. So yeah. I have to spin around like this back. But anyhow, the rims are like 10.5, so they're a little bit extra sized rims, right? So, but I got four rims and you know, like 4 tires. I think it was like $1,000 and like maybe like 1,000, maybe like $50 or something like this. Like, so very good deal. If I was gonna do it up north, it would have taken 3 days to wait for the rims, and then I'd have to find separate people, get separate tires, and put them in somewhere else. In New York City, they were like, I had 4 options. I showed up, they're like, and I was like, I gotta get my son from school like in the next 45 minutes. They're like, we'll do it in 30 minutes. I was like, whoa, I just showed up. You gave me 4 options and you're gonna do it now. I mean, come on. Look, when you need shit done, go to places where there's a lot of competition, I suppose, and you'll get great opportunities, you know. So and that just makes sense. That's just how the world flows, I suppose, you know. So I mean, there's different industries, like, you know, I mean, like, you know, you can see how the movie industry is doing what it's doing with you know, just like obviously when the big cities get too unionized, it's too expensive. So, but yeah, it's just like a way to visualize like how things are. And how cars bring people together, and how what are cars? They're just so cool. They're so cool, but they shouldn't tear people apart. You know, like what is a car? What is a bed? Because ultimately, I think my drama with my supposed folks, it all stemmed from a simple little transaction. I was moving a mattress, and where I was moving it to is not important. I mean, I guess the only importance is that it would have taken 10 minutes for them to help me. So, and my supposed brother was like, I asked him, I go, hey, listen, Constantine, listen, I need your help. I'm just a block up the street from where he was living with the folks. I'm like, I'm living with this girl, and I have this big queen mattress. I need to move it somewhere, so help me move it. Like, we have to put it on top of my car. That's it. Then I could take it off myself. I need you to help me lift it on top of the car. So, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't like literally give up 30 minutes of his day to come help me do this. But the next day he calls me and asks me, he goes, listen, the dad found a Jeep for me in like Pennsylvania. We have to drive the whole day to go. I have school tomorrow though. Can you go with him, drive to Pennsylvania and pick it up and go? So he wanted me to sit in the car with the person I hate for like 15 hours, but he wouldn't go with me 30 minutes to go move a mattress. So I was like, nope. And like, I think until these fuckers go and start visualizing and remembering these deals, these kind of like transactions, right? There will be no fairness. Like, how could we move forward from these things, you know? Like, because like, what is anything? What is anything? If there's how do we oh, okay, that was just then, this is now. Like, really? Does it really work like that? You know? Or do we actually have to be like, what was that? What is this? You know, what is now? What is that? You know, and where is it going? So, but I'll post more progress on this CV axle love as I keep going with it, because now this axle is the one that's broken, the one that we replaced, that didn't need to be replaced. Now this is the one that's broken. So it was not broken before. Again, so because the not the one that goes this way, this one was broken. Okay, so yeah, so if there's Constantine, Nikolai people watching this, just know that like that winter when you were fucking up, yelling and doing bullshit with the fucking CV axle, yeah. Hopefully you remember that. Hopefully you remember that for the rest of your life, whatever that means.